Hi, Bhargav. It's Tuesday, the 16th of May. Here's the heads up brief for today. For the Southeast Asia production, we covered 17 issues. In North Asia and Australasia and the Pacific Islands, we covered 4 issues. And in South Asia, we covered 13 issues. Plus the major issues in Europe, Middle East, and Africa. Paul is still in Timor for the rest of the week with a kind for the elections.
Thanks for that. Please go ahead with the major issues.
Right. So in Thailand, regarding the recent elections, the 250 military appointed senators, well, some of them are saying that they will not support the leading party's prime ministerial candidate because of the party's stance on reforming the monarchy. So the tensions are going to increase as it seems like the Senate will not respect the people's mandate and because of concerns of Thailand's institutions.
All right, we need to keep a close eye on this. Tensions seem to be really rising. Thank you.
Yeah. In Timor-Leste, political campaigns are intensifying ahead of the May 21st elections. There is a large rally by the President Party in Tasitolu today, and May 18th is the last day of campaign. So there will be several events in Dili on the day.
Yes, we should be monitoring this on an hourly basis. Paul is on the ground. We'll keep our clients updated.
Yep. And in Papua New Guinea, authorities are increasing security arrangements in Port Moresby ahead of U.S. President Joe Biden's visit next week, where he's expected to sign a security deal and pledge other aid to the country to offset China's influence in the region.
The US never seems to get the message and is never tired of grandstanding. Seems like one of those efforts. Thank you.
Moving over to South Asia, Rangers have been deployed to Punjab and the army has been deployed to Balochistan in Pakistan. The Pakistan Democratic Movement, which leads the government, is organizing protests in Islamabad. They entered the red zone yesterday. These protests are in favor of the military and the government against Imran Khan. So these are counter protests. Meanwhile, there have been more arrests of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf leaders and members in the country, and Imran Khan is saying that the government is going to try to arrest him again.
The situation is developing in such a way that it will necessitate imposition of martial law. Hopefully they have learned their lesson and will stay away from martial law or any such measures. But it is very hard to look beyond it, especially when it is Pakistan. And the signs are all there. The army is playing nice while letting the situation go out of hand. Right now, they're only using paramilitary forces like the Rangers. They haven't actively deployed army personnel on the streets. So we'll see how the situation develops there.
Yep, we'll keep an eye out on this. And in India, again, regarding the Manipur violence, nearly 8,000 people have fled in the last few days. The Kuki tribal groups' calls for an independent state are increasing. Meanwhile, the government and the Home Minister, Amit Shah, have said that that's not an option and that Manipur will stay as it is.
Yes, the central government is often quite reticent from even discussing creation of new states. It is a can of worms which no government wants to deal with. So we'll have to see how the situation develops. Hopefully, this will be controlled with security measures alone.
Yep. And lastly, for Europe, so the Turkish elections, no one secured a 50% majority, with Erdogan coming in at 49-point-something%. So the runoff elections are scheduled for the 28th of May.
Hopefully, this will break the illusion that Erdogan is the only Turkish strongman. Now that the runoff elections are required, this is probably the most vulnerable Erdogan has ever been. However, we cannot write him off. He still enjoys more than half of Turkey's support base.
Yeah, that's the brief for today. Bhargav, anything else from you?
Nothing else from my end of that. Thank you.
Thanks.